All-weather racing returns for race number 7 over the 1800 metre course. It's a Class 3. Enjoying is on the class, dropping back from the 2000 turf to the 1800 all-weather. All for St Paul's, 1-for-1 course and distance. Turin Red Star, an extra £4 for his last start win over the 1650. Exceptional Nice makes his all-weather debut. King's Capital steps up in trip from the 1650 to the 1800. Righteous Doctrine is unbeaten course and distance. Romantic Combo, second time on the all-weather. And Sky Supreme, first time to the 1800, Tom. And Joe takes the ride, and he has ridden him to victory before.
He certainly has, and he's down on a mark of 60-1 here, an 85-60 race. This one, Sky Supreme, all for St Paul's. All for St Paul's, we know Paul likes to lead his 1-from-1 course and distance, but how much peace is he going to get in the race with Sky Supreme?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Sky Supreme. It's 1800 metres though, so we'll see if they. I'm sure all for St Paul's, if Sky Supreme really wants to push it, he can let him go. But Exceptional Nice, he's coming to the race for the onto the surface for the first time. Has been very consistent on the turf.
We start, Paul, with Enjoying. Now, this was up in Class 2, this one. They rode him forward this day over the 2,000 metres, drops back to the 1,800, switches surfaces for the first time, draws 11. Yeah,
and that's the query. He's got a drawn 11. I think they'll probably end up going back with him. They did go forward on this race, but from barrier 11, I expect him to go back. No all-weather form either.
No, Barry 11's the concern. 16 start made and overhauled here. He was supported last start, coming to the all-weather for the first time, but a 16 start maiden by Dundee, who's over 1,800 metres, 2,000 metres last start. He wants every bit of that and more, so not interested.
Our next replay, Tom, there's plenty to look at here. We've got King's Capital, Party Every Day, the winner, Turin Red Star, Skies Supreme. There's also Magnificent, Righteous Doctrine, Cheng Prince and Right Honourable. What do you take out of them?
Cast of 1,000 here. Sky Supreme was up on the pace there. Look, Turin Red Star's in good form. The old boy, 8 years of age, hit the front at the 150. Actually raced away for a dominant victory. Cheng Prince was wide the first turn. He's got a bit of a check on the turn and was a bit flat after that. I didn't mind Party Every Day here, Paul. I thought he closed okay.
And King's Capital on his outside too. I didn't mind him. I thought he closed off nicely as well.
That's that replay. And finally, Paul, back onto the turf. This is a win for Crossford over the 1600. He has raced on the all-weather here, ran fourth behind Infinite Power. Won over the 1400 on the Tapita at Newcastle too.
Yeah, so he does like the surface. And look, he's obviously come to hand nicely now with this win. Wagner Borges has obviously teamed up really well with John Size this season. He goes in on a minor line for me.
I left him out for his turf win here last start because I thought maybe they're just using it as a fitness race to get him back ready for an all-weather race, but he ran really well. There was a race on the all-weather probably 4 or 5 runs ago where he got poleaxed on the turn, and I've been following for a few starts, but let him go last start. Won't be doing the same this time.
All right, Tom, and finally across to Happy Valley. Exceptional Nice. He's just a very consistent horse, but he's unknown race day on the dirt. His trials have looked okay on it, though.
Yeah, I think he will handle it, though. He's been very consistent, hasn't he? Stepping back from the 2,200 metres here last start, where he sort of had a good position, 3 back, 1 out. He made some ground, as they do, off the hill there over the at the 800 metres, and look, was beaten by 1 better on the day, like his sort of trend of his whole career, really, Paul.
Yeah, he's by Tavistock, so the surface should be okay for him, and he's really consistent, so he's hard to leave out. I've got him in on a minor line as well.
Lots of chances here, Paul.
Yeah, there is. I'm going to go with All for St Paul's, though. I think he can get to the front here. He's 1-for-1 over the course and distance as well. King's Capital, he's in there for second. Just really like the way he hit the line strongly. Crossford coming off that turf win, and Exceptional Nice. 2, 8, 6 and 7.
6 on top here, Rick Crossford. He's going to enjoy getting back onto the all-weather surface after a good strong win last start. All for St Paul's, number 2, 7 Exceptional Nice, and Cheng Prince goes in on a minor line there here, trying course and distance for the first time. 6, 2, 7 and 3.
And Matthew Poon has ridden 3 winners on All for St Paul's and partners for Frankie Law again this week.